Okay, you guys, so this is the amount of oxtails that I'm going to be using. So it's actually 2 pounds and a quarter. I think that's about enough for me. Okay, before I start seasoning, because you guys always get in my comments asking like, hey, put down the seasonings, and here we go. So we have brown sugar. We have paprika just to add some color. We have salt. This is nutmeg. This is actually cayenne pepper, although it does not look like it. This is curry. And then this is like a Caribbean jerk seasoning. And this is lemon butter garlic, just to add a little bit of a contrast flavor. And then this is 1 Maggi cube and 1 bay leaf. And then I am also going to be using, I believe these are serrano peppers. So these are going to be cooked with the oxtails just like that. And then I have red onions. And then I have red bell pepper along with just a little bit of some green onions. And then we have thyme. And I have garlic, just whole garlic cloves, okay? So, and then as far as the liquid marinade seasonings, I'm going in with this. You guys can just go ahead and screenshot. And then I have some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to just use a little bit of this. And a splash of this just to kind of wake it up a little bit. Okay, so there you go. For you guys that are always in my comments like, hey, put the sauce down, put the sauce down. There you have it. So now I'm going to go ahead and start off with the liquid seasonings and then the solid, I guess, spices, and then the dry rub at the end. So now I'm gonna go ahead and mix that in a little bit.
Okay, now I am going in with these bad boys. I'm literally just going to put it in there. It's going to get cooked one way or the other.
Then I will recommend just kind of allowing this to marinate overnight. But since I don't have time on my hands, it's not going to marinate overnight because I need this done in a few hours. So there's that. Once you put all the seasonings in, and we're going to go ahead and braise it first. We're just going to kind of go ahead and pull the oxtails out of there without a lot of the solid seasonings. And then afterwards in the cooking process, kind of like a soup method, then we're going to go ahead and add in all the other seasonings. Or, I don't know, since I kind of want everything caramelized, I'm going to just go ahead and add everything in at once. So you have two options. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna heat up this pan, and then I'm just going to, instead of using olive oil, I'm adding in vegetable oil. And then once I get the oxtails and the ingredients braised a little bit, then immediately I'm going to add it to this pot. So I will start heating up this pot once I'm about halfway done with kind of like browning everything. Okay, so let's get it. Just look at that, y'all. Look at how pretty it looks before I even put it on the stove. No, but seriously, let's do this. I hope I'm not gonna get popped a lot with this oil. This is not the fun part. It smells so good. Actually, you know what? I'll save this one for the last batch. Look at that, so pretty. So I just flipped it over for the first time. So now it's hitting the other side. And then when that's done, I think I'm gonna flip it over one more time. So it gets like 2 parts sears, if that makes sense. You guys, my hands are super dry because I keep having to wash my hands. So I just flipped it again. So the side that's on the bottom right now, this is its second sear. And then I'm gonna flip it over one more time, and then I'm gonna transfer it to the other pot. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to transfer. Let's see this one. Oh, so now I'm going to over there. Okay, so now that it is done searing, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and add in about a cup of chicken broth. Oh my goodness, my hands look so dry because I actually cleaned with like white vinegar, so this hand is semi-normal. Okay, so you're gonna add in 1 cup of the chicken broth, or you can do beef broth, whatever broth you want to use. Okay, and then I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of water in addition. And here we go. So now we are going to allow that to slow cook for about 2 hours, y'all. My goodness. Anyways, for about 2 hours, and about halfway we're gonna turn it. And there's that. Oh, so if you want this to cook faster, you can use foil, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let it do its thing, and then we'll come back. Okay, so it has been cooking now for about 30 minutes, so I think we still have about an hour and a half to go. I actually turned it up a little bit, so it's actually on 3 right now instead of a very low simmer. So here's what we're looking like. I'm probably gonna turn it down now. Here, let me turn it to a low simmer. Okay, so now I am adding in those peppers that I just want to use for flavor. Make sure it gets down in there. One on this side so it's even. Can't have one side hot. Okay, and then you guys, so check this out. So instead of cutting up a pineapple to this process, I actually found pineapple mango salsa. And so I am adding about 2 of these in here. And the reason I'm doing so is so that the meat can kind of get that sweet flavor from the mango and the pineapple. So we're gonna let that do its thing. We're gonna cover it back up again and let her cook. Gonna cut up these why was I about to say pineapples? Oh my goodness. So I'm getting ready to cut these plantains. So before you start peeling it, you can do this. And hang on, if I can get the first batch open. You guys, it helps to loosen it all the way up. Okay, so this has been cooking now for about an hour, so I'm going to show you guys what it's looking like. And we still have at least like probably another hour to go, so it is what it is at this point. Okay, so I'm taking a lemon. So when you have cooked for about an hour, you're going to take a lemon. And the reason is so that it can cut through all that fat from all of those oils that we put in there. So 1/2 a lemon. You're going to thank me later for this because it's going to really wake it up. Okay. I wish that I would have purchased more oxtails, So what actually happened was I placed an order through Whole Foods for oxtails because they had them yesterday. And so I went to pick up my order this morning and I didn't realize that they ran out of stock on oxtails. And I didn't have a substitution, but I really wanted to use oxtails. So then I called around to like 4 different grocery stores. They didn't have it. I checked on their website. And then I finally found a place that were like, yeah, we just like have our order shipment coming in like 4 more days. But they were like, we have some in like our back freezer. And so they're still fresh. But so that's what happened. So this was all that they had. So I took the last batch, but I expected this pot to actually be full because this is like 2.25 pounds, and I actually ordered 2 pounds from Whole Foods because Whole Foods has like the thicker oxtails. Like these are not thick whatsoever. So I don't know. It is what it is, but here we are. We know better next time. So next time I will get the oxtails maybe a week prior before, so I don't have to get it last minute. Okay, you guys, so I actually stopped cooking for like 3 hours. I took a nap. This meat takes forever to cook. The stove was off while I was napping, so this is after like 3 hours of it cooking. And it's finally starting to basically fall off the bone. So as that's almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and heat up another pan over there for the plantains. I know that's not enough oil. You guys, the dreaded part about this recipe is honestly making the plantains because I don't like frying stuff with oil, so I don't know how this is gonna work out. I don't want to use more oil, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, I really need to hurry up and get these out. I think I overfried them a little bit. I have parchment paper. This is where I'm going to try to make the plantain cups. So, I don't know how this is gonna go. Whew, okay, wish me luck. So I'm putting on my pizza. Yeah. I've never done this before, so it seems to be working. Let's see. Moment of truth. Okay, not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Okay. Okay. I was scared of this part, but this part is actually pretty easy. Okay. Okay. So that one oh my goodness. No, this is okay. Okay. Okay, you guys, so this is what the oxtails look like. I had to let it cool off for a bit. Okay, I know it looks burned, but it's not. It's like the caramelization. Or maybe it is burnt. I guess we'll find out. So now I'm really gonna pull it apart. I hope you guys can see that. I'm going to transfer it to a different bowl. Okay, so after pulling apart the oxtails, this is what we have. They are really soft and tender. And this is why you're gonna need more oxtails if you want to feed more people. So now I'm going to put the salsa together and set it aside. And then I'm going to refry the plantains or the plantain cups. That's enough. for it. Look at the oxtail really nice. Look at that. Okay. Oh my goodness. You guys look at this. Oh my goodness, look. See that? So I'm just gonna take a bite into this. That's really good. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I'm not sure why everyone says to use green plantains. I feel like if the plantains were a little bit more ripe, it would make it like really, really sweet. So that's my personal preference, but go ahead and try this recipe and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.